On Wednesday, January 7th, months of work culminated in the annual Chamblee Charter High School Science Fair. The next day, several Chamblee graduates returned to their former high school to judge the projects. Here's Parth Agrawal, a 2011 Chamblee graduate and a current Rice University senior.
So basically, Ms. Peterson had put up that Facebook post inviting a bunch of us to come back and volunteer here, so I figured it would be a good way for me to come back, see how the new Chamblee was, and sort of reminisce.
Each judge brought his or her own individual perspective to the task. Leah Goss, another 2011 graduate, explained her criteria.
I look for organization, a clear hypothesis, consistent conclusion with the hypothesis, and procedures that definitely point out specifically what the researcher is trying to prove or disprove.
15 winners were selected to move on to the county level. Freshman Saif Ahmed, one such grand prize winner, placed first in environmental management.
What I wanted to do was find a sorbent which cleans up oil spills effectively, and I wanted to test that because the marine life and aquatic life out there in the oceans right now are dying because of the oil spills from agricultural runoffs and drills.
Fellow freshman Sakshi Sehgal won first place in cellular and molecular biology.
Yeah, so basically my project targets salt and stomach cancer, and I like using the 3 stomachs. So I used chicken, pig, and fish. It was hard to find, and we made several trips to the farmer's market, and they were kind of curious about why I would need fish stomachs of all things that they sell there.
For some winners, the work started even before the school year did. Junior Aman Q, who won first place in medicine and health sciences, did the bulk of her research over the summer.
Well, I did the bulk of the research over the summer, or the actual experimentation, because that's when I had most free time. And so basically I spent like 10-hour days in the lab just doing TVC experiments. And over the school year I wrote my paper and prepared the poster.
Sophomore Adrian Waller's grand prize winning math project is a continuation from last year.
I did a project comparing Barbie and Ken and their proportions and relationships compared to the average 20-year-old Caucasian person of their respective gender. And so basically what I did is I continued my project from last year, and I made 2 scale factors. I made 1 scale factor of neck circumference and 1 scale factor of height. And to make the scale factors, I took the Barbie measurement or the average person measurement and divided it by the Barbie measurement. So yeah, and then I multiplied the scale factors and blew up the sizes so their life size proportions, compared them, and then saw which one had the lowest percentage error.
However, eventual grand prize status does not guarantee a smooth process, as evidenced by sophomore microbiology winner Krishna Pucha.
Well, I was trying to work on another project, and that didn't turn out, so we're going to end up turning that one in next year. But since I knew we couldn't turn it in on time, I had to think of another backup plan, and I did that in 1 week, and it turned out winning first. Oops.
While science fair may not be everyone's favorite assignment, for Sehgal, it is helping to shape her future.
I learned that I definitely want to pursue a career in the medicine profession, definitely just confirm the belief, and also that cancer is a really big problem, and I would definitely want to target something more in oncology research in the future.
Finally, Agrawal has some advice for students completing science fair, whether or not they plan to be a scientist.
I would advise them to think about what it is they have questions about in the real world. Having done science fair a few times, I think back to which of the projects I did that I thought turned out better and which ones turned out worse. And the questions I was naturally curious about without saying, oh, I need to pick a topic, but there's some questions you just want to know the answers to.